For tonight, I drafted a joke about a princess's crown, but I had to scrap it. It wasn't just bad. It was tiara-able. Welcome to the stream. Happy Wednesday, everybody. The middle of the week. I hope that everybody is making it through okay. I'm very happy that you could be here with me tonight, my friends. We're starting a little bit early. We're gonna play 2 at least, maybe 3, maybe even more. We'll see how it goes. Games. The 2 things that we have sort of firmly locked onto the schedule. We're gonna start off with more of this Powerpuff Girls game. We played through the main story last night, and I hated pretty much every moment of it. And so naturally, I couldn't stop playing it. And we've gotten very close to 100% of the collectibles, so I thought that we would spend some time at the start of the stream tonight looking around, scouring the earth as the title suggests, and seeing if I could pick up the last of the collectibles. I have some suspicions of where they might be, but they are kind of only vague guesses. Sparrow, welcome in. You're first in chat tonight, my friend. Pleasure to have you here. And after we go looking for collectibles, depending on how long that takes, which hopefully won't take a terribly long time, we may move over to our next Scooby-Doo game. And then the final portion of the stream, I'd like to give at least a couple hours to Alien 3 on the Genesis. So, there's our roadmap for tonight. And Stream Kyle, hey, great to have you here as well. Were you a fan of those jokes on the Laffy Taffy wrappers? I feel like I remember those jokes being better when I was younger. I feel like the quality of the Laffy Taffy jokes has declined over the years. But, yes, I would have to say that, when one is, particularly when one is well done, I am a fan of the Laffy Taffy jokes. I actually remember being really young and going to the town swimming pool, and they had a little booth where they would sell snacks, and I remember they sold frozen popsicles, and on the stick there would be printed a joke. It would have the question on the part that's visible, and then you would eat the ice cream or the frozen ice popsicle off of it, and then the answer would be buried on the other half of the stick. And they were very much along the lines of Laffy Taffy jokes, and I remember really liking those when I was a kid. Mile Hyrule, welcome in. Powerpuff Frownie, that's me. Hopefully tonight will be the last night. Hopefully tonight will be the last night of our last Powerpuff Girls game. Alright, so first thing we've got to do is load our game. Load slot 3. I remember those 2. I saw a picture of one not too long ago. Forget the joke though. Hey, we've got a raid coming in. It's Alex Man. Choo choo, here comes the raid train. Hey, thank you, my friend. Welcome in. Welcome to your friends. Let us know, what were you up to tonight? How did your stream go? Hopefully we'll get to hear that you're having a good time. playing more Railway Empire. Right on. You are just in time for the start of tonight's session of Powerpuff Girls. I keep not pressing. It keeps going into the demo mode because I don't press the buttons in time. So what we're trying to do tonight, we actually finished the main story last night. And we're hoping to complete this scrapbook. There are 2 items missing from the scrapbook. You can see on the left are like the mission, the newspaper clippings are like the mission titles. And on the right are optional findable collectibles. All these sketches and artwork. And there are 2 pages that are blank. Here. And here. This one, if we're really lucky, we may get this one automatically for finding all the others. This one may just appear once we find the last one here. But at most, it would seem there are 2 collectibles left regarding the scrapbook. And regarding our toy box, we've got 1 stuffed animal that's kind of a ghost there in the middle. We've got to collect that. So it's going to be a lot of just kind of wandering around. Found it. Kind of a darker humor one, probably photoshopped. I would imagine so if that's the case. Those Laffy Taffy jokes, I don't recall them having a great deal of edginess to them. Uh-oh. Alright, so the idea is that we just kind of have to go around looking. I'm looking for... What I'm really looking for is a toy. Some sort of stuffed animal collectible hidden in the world. It's probably hidden near one of the buildings on the map. Not the shopping cart, because we already found a toy over there. But probably near one of the other buildings. But there's no guarantee of that. That's just kind of a guess. Wolfman Gaming. Welcome in, Wolfman. I hope you've been doing well. So far as I'm aware, I don't think any of the collectibles have ever been hidden inside of an item. Like breaking those sort of trash things open like I was just doing. I don't think that could ever give us an item. I don't recall any being hidden in them. They can be up on these rooftops, which... The rooftop system is really bogus. Like, it's just... You can get up on top of the rooftops sometimes, but you kind of have to glitch your way on top of them. And that's the intended method. The instruction manual tries to play it off. It says something about like, oh, it can be difficult to get on top of the roofs, but it gets easier with some practice. It's all lies. The Laffy Taffy jokes are supposed to be kid-friendly. Yes, I would be rather shocked to come across one that was not. inside of vehicles is a good place to try and look. We have found collectibles inside of vehicles before. Never a moving one, but I suppose anything is possible. This is definitely going to be, you know, far from the most thrilling thing that we've ever worked on the stream. I know just going around and kind of just searching the map for collectibles is not... a particularly exciting activity, but we're so close to having them all that it just seems... It just seems like we really might as well just bring it all the way home. Forget that I can move the camera a little bit. So yeah, mostly I'm just checking the rooftops, and I'm looking for like anywhere that I can get behind or around the side of a building. The one toy that we found pretty early on was hidden. It was actually hidden. It was just out in the open between a couple cars, like not here, but in a situation just like this. With practice, they say, yeah, right. Yeah, it's it said supposedly you can get a height boost by, so like you've got L2 takes you down close to the ground and L1 brings you up high. And it supposedly it said that you can get a height boost by pressing L1 and L2 at the right timing, but I have experimented with that so much, and I do not find that to be true in the slightest. It seems to me you get the height boost when you use L1 in proximity to particular pieces of level geometry, and that's really the only time I've found it to work. Sometimes it works, like, you know, like this fence here is giving me a height boost, but there's invisible walls next to these other low buildings, and I can't preserve the height boost long enough to get over to this other one. It's all just garbage. This is a really, really trash game.
Peel this banana head.
I have benefited in a couple times from messing around with situations like this where we get like the height off this awning to like get around the sign. I don't seem to be able to, you know, make this particular one work, but there have been times when it has. I signed up for Game Pass because it's $1 to try the first month. Have a game on there inspired by Pikmin called Tinykin. That was pretty good. I saw you shared that in the Discord. I looked up like right before the stream. It actually has like the character, like the animation on the character actually kind of reminded me of a Cartoon Network game like this. It looked a lot more enclosed than Pikmin. It looked like you spend a lot more time indoors. Was my sort of impression of it too. But you say it was good. Also, I think it's on the Switch, but it's a bit pricier than I feel like paying for it on the Switch. So I don't know if I'll be picking it up. It did look like there might be a demo of it, though. Whole game is set in a house in 1991. Oh, we got on top of a roof. Is there anything going to come of it, though? It feels like I'm just kind of stuck. But you see, this is what I'm talking about, like getting onto rooftops. So you can sometimes do it. There's nothing up here, it would seem, but this is proof that it does happen. There's invisible walls everywhere, though. So it's very clearly at best an afterthought. In the game's sort of design, but I really think it's more just the result of unfinished content. The last level of the game has a very strong, gives a very strong impression of unfinished content. I don't think any of the collectibles are likely to be very nearby this area, because we already found a toy at the mall. It would be kind of unbelievably lazy for them to put two of the same type of collectible right next to each other. And I'm going to give them more credit than they probably deserve and assume that they wouldn't do that. Not sure about the price, especially since it's new, but for $1 or part of $1, since there are other games, it was definitely worth it. I'd imagine pretty much any game, right? You could at least get $1's worth of enjoyment out of. So yeah, it's hard to argue with that price. I don't know how or why Buttercup, or no, Bubbles is so far over there. Like, what? Oh, well, now we're over here. This game is a disaster. I'm constantly stuck on stuff. It doesn't look like anything I'm doing makes sense, I know, but it's because I'm stuck on invisible walls everywhere I go. So the game is kind of broken up into larger sort of chapters, and what I figure we're going to do is select a mission from the beginning and from the end of each chapter, and then just kind of fly around and see. Hopefully we'll be able to find, you know, all the collectibles that way. So we'll need to check out, I think we'll need to explore the whole map. During at least 6 separate missions is my thought. Unless we get really lucky and find the stuff earlier on. I think the earlier and later parts of the games are the parts most likely to yield results, though. So we won't necessarily explore the parts of the game in order, since I think I can save us a bit of time if I prioritize the early and then the late parts of the game. Oh, have I ever been up here before? Maybe. Everything just seems the same. It all seems the same, and all it seems equally bad. Oh, wow, we can get a... Oh, we can go inside the gas sign. That's good. Probably cut down on the risk of potential explosions if the only gas station in town doesn't have any collision. A power wash simulator, which is oddly captivating. Someone else told me that they were playing that. I don't remember who, but it sounded like one of those just one of those sort of joke games that people make because they hope it'll go viral. Those kind of games can be kind of fun to watch someone else play every now and then, I think, but in general, I'm not really a big fan. And I'm definitely not very interested in playing them myself. I don't really care much for games that are intentionally broken. I play a lot of broken trash, but I prefer that it's that way by accident. I don't know why that should make it any better, but somehow for me it does. I think we found a toy by the construction site during a later part of the game, so there's probably not going to be one here right now, but if I don't look everywhere... It'll be in the one place that I never looked. Taunting me from afar. Can't go through there. Taunting me from the shadows. It's just baffling. It's just baffling the places that, like, sometimes you can fly into particular places, and sometimes you can't. There's just no rhyme or reason. But like this right here looks like it should be a prime example of using this shoulder buttons to get a height boost to get on top of this building. Huh. I didn't know I could switch characters. I just learned I could switch characters. But like this health thing up here, like I should be able to get it, right? It's never gonna happen. Game's solid, just sort of an odd concept. And the only thing I have to judge it on is the name. Like my impression of it was just judging pretty much purely on the name, and the fact that there are other sort of like gimmicky games with simulator in the title. I can understand it being kind of a hypnotic to play, though, because I actually got a video recommended to me in my YouTube feed, like a couple weeks ago. That was a guy power washing a sidewalk, and that's all it was for like 30 minutes. And it was a video with millions of views. And I can't really say anything against it because I was one of those millions of views. Oh, please, oh please, let us find the item. The searching process is just not especially fun. Someone across the mowing and landscaping side of YouTube a while back. Tons of people watch those videos too. Yeah, I think they're just something good to have on in the background. They're sort of a low sort of distraction kind of ambient noise. Loyal to Soil, welcome in. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I am. I'm playing more Powerpuff Girls for reasons I cannot explain. It's just we got so close to 100% that I feel I can't say no to like giving it a real try here. That's the thing about the mini-map rotates, so it's very difficult. It's very difficult for me to tell what my orientation is in the world from that mini-map down there, because it's constantly spinning around. I really need a solid point of reference. What's that sign say? Free pickles. Well, I think we've been all over. I think we've been all over this map. So why don't we try a different part of the game? Alright, so the previous map... Now, see, this map's a lot different from the one we were just exploring. The previous map was from early in the first part. There's 3 sections of the game. That was early in the first section. Now we're early in the second section. Figure we'll do early, late, which might not make a whole lot of sense, but I think I know what I'm doing. We want to stay far away from the teacher, because if we talk to her, the mission will start, and we don't want that to happen. Although I feel like if we could get on top of this building, there's a part right over here. Oh, never mind. I don't know what building I'm thinking of. I mean, that was a lot of air, and that didn't carry us up there. I was hoping we could get inside this fence. It doesn't look like we can, but when we got some height, it got my hopes up a little bit. Trying to see if there was something inside that tube. Okay, we actually found a toy here. Last night. Alright, so you know what? Hang on. I don't think this is a good part of the game to search. The thing is, the only part of the game that I think is good to search is that first part that we were just in, and I've spent so much time there already. But I'm pretty sure we found a toy in that truck. And we also... That's what I'm most concerned with finding at the moment, is finding the toys. We found one in that truck, and then we found one behind this building, behind the jail. The manual tells us that there are 2 toys in each sort of like major story portion of the game. Yeah, so there can't be another one here. I mean, I guess there can, but there really shouldn't be. Why is this so difficult? What I might actually need to do is start sketching out a copy of the map as I explore areas so that I can sort of check them off that way to make for sure I've been through every, you know, square foot of the map. My best guess is still that the toy we're missing is in the first section of the game, and the 2 scrapbook items.
You need to destroy that force field before you can.
And the 2 scrapbook items I'm missing are here in the later part of the game. That guess about the scrapbook pieces being later in the game, it just comes purely because they're later in the actual scrapbook in the hub section. And I mean, that seems like good logic to me, but I'm not basing that on anything that I've learned from experience in the game. I suppose there is at some point at which we just do have to give up on the search and either just can resign ourselves to not, you know, to not reaching 100% or to having to look things up. I would really prefer to do neither of those things, though. It's a really good thing so much of the combat can just be avoided because so much of it is just so terrible. So far as the toys in this later part of the game, one of them was the very first one that I ever collected, and I picked it up all randomly flying around through the mist, so I have no idea where it was. And the other was inside of a warehouse. So I'm confident I don't need to look for, well, as confident as I can be, because I really don't have a lot of confidence about anything in this game, but I'm fairly confident that I don't have to look for toys in this later section. I mean, believe you me, if I see one, I'm gonna scoop it up, but I'm not expecting it. Pookie, welcome in. Hope you're doing well tonight. Did it not save the items you collected? It saved everything we collected. But that doesn't tell me where I collected anything. Alien 3 is on the Genesis. Loyal. I think I also have it on the Game Boy, but I have to finish the Genesis version before I can play any other versions. No, I'm not going back to any of the same places. I'm just thinking out loud about where we've been. My mental checklist powers are not very strong, though, so... Even on the occasions when I can sort of list things off, I'm doubtful of the quality of my own list. My checklist capacity only involves secret wall meat, Pookie says. It's distressing. Right? Not being able to find items. Why can't I get over to the football field from here? Oh, because I'm in the wrong place? Question mark. Oh. That sort of hexagon up there looks like it, you know, it looks like a collectible or an item of some sort, but it's not even approachable. They sound like their voices are moving between Mario being hit with a shell in Mario Kart and Princess Peach. Wow, look at the mall. There's a collectible, there's a scrapbook page. Nice, we found a thing. It took a whole hour, but we found the first thing of the night. So that's the kind of thing, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for those sort of orangish pink orbs. And just like that, they're just hidden anywhere. But usually somewhat near some sort of structure. So yeah, it's good to look around the buildings. I guess I never approached the mall before, because I was kind of startled to see the condition that it was in, too. That felt fresh. So at this rate, we'll just have to play for 2 more hours, and we'll have everything. It looks like you can go further down here on the map than you actually can. Places like that very easily perplex me. This is actually where the story is taking place. And I could be very easily hurt over there. Oh, there was some health on the other side of the building, though. I can pick that up. I just shaved, Pookie says. Highly overrated, always beard. Yeah, on the rare occasions, on the very rare occasions where I take off the beard, I tend to always not feel great about it. I think once you get used to having a beard, it's really hard to lose it. Shino, welcome in. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to Even More Powerpuff Girls. We're all just kind of appreciating the monster that I have become. That I waste so much time and energy hunting down collectibles in games that I don't even like. It really looks like I can get up on top of that building. I kind of feel like I already have before, though. It seems very familiar to me, this area. Well, there's just no getting up there right now. Okay, I'm feeling pretty thorough about that part of the world. But what about this one? So here's the thing, I just cannot be sure for very long where I've been and where I haven't. I'm just always so very easily confused. I do recall coming over here before now. But that's okay, because this will still lead to where I want to go next. This area doesn't feel like somewhere I've searched very thoroughly either. But I may have. I remember thinking that park bench was an item before. Well, I really kind of feel like that's it. I don't feel like there's anywhere I haven't been. There are not a whole lot of places that we can enter. It seems like it would be good if our situation would be more hopeful if there were. Because, then I'd have more places to check, and, like, I'd feel like it was more likely that I'd overlooked something. I don't know what I'm getting at. I don't know what I'm saying. I just want to finish finding all the things.
Girls, you'll win next time. I'm sure. No, really. I'm positive.
Powerpuff Girls, you need to destroy that force field before...
Okay. We can actually go back to the menu from here, though. So the thing we found was actually for the last part of the scrapbook. That's weird. I just don't know where to look at this point.
Powerpuff Girls! Powerpuff Girls!
Oh no, this is one with a time limit attached. I feel like I've done a lot of flying around really high up, so I'm gonna do more flying low. Get a different perspective on things, maybe. The time limit doesn't really mean anything. It's sort of a minor nuisance, but it doesn't really have any effect on our ability to search. No practical effect. Oh, wait a minute. It looked like I was gonna be able to get high enough to get in there. I don't know. Oh. Calm down, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, I am more than sick of the mayor's voice. If I never had to hear him again, it would be too soon. All right, so that was a bad mission to pick. Past few days I've been playing a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Pookie says. Just shy of the 70-hour mark. Been kind of doing side stuff. For like the dozen hours of gameplay, so I'm doing my best to power my characters up so I can stroll through the main campaign and story stuff. If they wanted us to be able to explore the rooftops. Alright, so... I was just thinking, if they wanted us to be able to explore the rooftops, they really should have just let us be able to fly. To fly up there. Our flight is so... not good. It's so very limited. I wish I could see the different maps. Wish I could see the different maps side by side. Loading screens. I love loading screens, Budafingers says. Welcome to the stream, Budafingers. Welcome to some of the most pointless hours ever spent in a video game. Alien 3 is Genesis loyal. We'll see if we ever make it there. Somewhere on this map, there's an unmarked... Somewhere on this map, there's a warehouse that is not marked that we can enter. I've got to find that for a moment for my own sanity. I've got to see it. Okay, it's right here. So there was a toy in here. There was a toy in here, and there was a toy randomly somewhere out in the fog. The last toy has to be in the first part of the game. It 100% has to be in the first part of the game. The last scrapbook piece, I really think is here in the later part of the game. But really, I mean, there's no way to know for 100% sure. It just seems like it has to be. It has to be in the later part here. There's apparently an NES Alien 3, which is legendary jank. That I was not aware of. I think I have Alien 3 on Game Boy. So if I ever finish... Sorry, I gotta yawn in a little bit. Not actually tired, so... I'm just bored of this game. If we ever finish the Genesis Alien 3, we can play it on the Game Boy. And see how that version compares. Scooby-Doo we may or may not do tonight. Scooby-Doo is just a maybe. It kind of depends. If I finish this in the next, like, half hour to an hour or so, then we'll have a little bit of time to start Scooby. But if I can't find the last if I can't find the last couple collectibles swiftly enough, then Scooby will have to wait. Writing myself some notes here, doing some map drawing, as it were. Some rather bad map drawing, I'll add. Was the Alien 3 on the NES made after the life cycle of the NES was pretty much done? I couldn't tell you. Sounds like that might be the case, though. Welcome in, Derek. I did beat this game. I'm going for 100% though. So I'm not done with it. It's very possible I won't even be able to get to 100%. It's very likely that this is all a waste of time. But I mean, playing this game at all has been a waste of time, so... I got really excited for a moment, but that was just a power-up kind of thing. Just a regular item, not a collectible. Would I play Scooby-Doo for a whole box of Scooby snacks? I'm kind of a picky eater. Remember? So... probably not. I'd probably be too scared. Saw it in a video looking, when was Alien made? How about a Mondo sandwich of nothing but solid cold cuts clear to the ceiling? That might be alright. I don't really like to mix my types of meat on a sandwich, though. You know, like if I'm having like a cold like a lunch meat sandwich, then I basically want it to be all one meat. Vance Velez, welcome in. I got the 1cc in Castlevania the Adventure. Nice. Very well done. Congratulations. That game is rough. Which means if I play that game again, there's only one goal left. Are you gonna go for it? The deathless dream? Thank you again for teaching me that rope transition trick. It helped a lot. No problems. It's pretty much the only trick to the game that I remember from when I used to speedrun it. I've forgotten everything else I ever knew. Alien 3, it seems, was from the very tail end of the NES's lifespan. There are a couple games like that are on. It's kind of weird. There are a couple games I can think of that are on all three: the SNES, the NES, and the Genesis. Smash TV is on all of them. Joe and Mac is on all of them. Hook is on all three. Yeah, there are a lot of games. I guess I tend to forget that the Genesis and the NES did overlap for quite a while. They were both active at the same time for quite a while. I've abandoned the sketching that I was doing, by the way. I hate this so much. I hate that I want to do this. Wherever the last scrapbook piece is hidden, it's just... it's just completely beyond my ability to find. I've never heard of that band or heard that song. I can't read. Dressy Chalice, welcome to the stream. I completely thought you were someone else. So I owe you an apology for that. Popular on Much Music via early 2000s. don't owe me anything, just glad to be here. Well, I'm very glad you are, and I'm still gonna feel bad about it. It's just your screen name looks very similar to another regular chat member's. And my brain, I just auto-corrected it when I glanced down there. Vance Velez says the deathless round will happen eventually. I always try the easiest goal first. The games are only getting harder. I definitely feel that. Is it close to my name? Loyal asked. No, it looked like Derek Ocean's name, right? Because it's got that D, the capital C looks like an O, and his screen name ends in numbers like that. So because I wasn't because I'm not super good at reading, I auto-corrected to the wrong name. Alright, I want to look at the map. I want to look at the map in the middle part of the game, and then I want to go back to the first part of the game. You still go left when you're supposed to go right, Budafinger says.
Girls, the whole city is acting very strangely.
Odds and pods. So I have this very dumb idea that if I look at the map here, where are we? This whole alleyway is not even visible on the map. Isn't that weird? But anyway, like, one toy was right here on the map, and the other was behind that jail building. So that gives me like a vague idea of how far apart they might be. There's no such thing as a dumb idea, just dumb people, Pookie says. I really hope that's not true, because then there's not a whole lot of hope for me. And we can do the stretch break, Loyal. Thank you for that.
Well, it's time to see who voted for me. We just need to gather up those ballot boxes. But you'd better hurry, girls, or we'll miss the deadline for getting the votes to the counting office.
We won't let you down there.
No, I'm on a time limit. This game has got me feeling bad. This is why. This is why. This is why I hate games. End of sentence. This is why I hate it when games don't give you any feedback regarding how many collectibles are available on a level per level basis and what your progress toward finding them all is. That's why I don't 100% games like this. Because look at the situation it's gotten us into. I've collected all but 2 collectibles in the whole game, and I have to continually search the entire game over and over again because I have not even the remotest hint of where they might be. Like, so far as the feedback the game has given me, they could be in absolutely any part of any mission in the whole game. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Somebody say it ain't so. The mayor's not gonna be mayor anymore, and he'll have to give his hat to Mayor Mojo.
How much longer till Alien 3? At least an hour, Loyal, maybe 2. You know how things go around here. We don't run a very tight ship. The schedule's more of a suggestion than a rule. This is all so very promising. It's a whole, like, big open area behind a building that we haven't been behind before. And yet, really, there's nothing back here. The talk show strategy, I keep the good stuff to last to keep you up past your bedtimes. If only I were that clever, Buddha Fingers. In general, I do like to play what I think will be the better of the two games second. Mostly because I don't want to struggle with this trash when I'm extra tired from the first game.
Somebody say it ain't so. The mayor's not gonna be mayor anymore, and he'll have to give his hat to Mayor Mojo.
Well, it's time to see who voted for...
I've never found a piece of like scenery that's interactive in any way like that. In the game, there haven't been any destructible gates or walls or doors or anything like that. Like a couple of those items, like the trash bins, are destructible, but even then, there's never been an item inside one. Yeah, I think the random bricks are, I think they're still mostly decorative. I mean, exclusively decorative. I am in Wisconsin. City Planner. Been watching his cities tutorial. I do not know City Planner. My sister works in like a city planning office. She doesn't live in Wisconsin, but just odd as I guess sort of an odd coincidence lining up with that question. That's my only connection to city planning though. Oh, my dumb idea before. I said I had a dumb idea. Or a stupid idea. What I was looking at was I was looking at the map and I was seeing how far apart the toys that we had already found were. Like I was measuring the distance between where we found them with my thumb and finger. So I could get an idea of like, well, if we found one toy at the mall on this map, then the second toy might be a similar distance away from the mall. I think I'm actually stuck. Oh, there we go.
Girls, I've got
No,
it.
don't.
Brainwashing the citizen.
I don't want to hear the story segment again. I don't know, my friends. I'm about ready to just give up on this. That'll mean all the time we've spent has been completely wasted. I mean, it would be wasted even if we were successful, because it still would have been time spent playing this awful game, but... I don't think I'm going to be able to find anything else. I'm not smart enough to beat the Powerpuff Girls game. That's just a sad fact I'm going to have to live with. GG, achievement unlocked, get stuck in the wall gap. No worries, Jesse Chalice. Soft lock would be welcomed. At least it'd be like something interesting, right? I keep ending up back at this mall, and this mall is like the one place. The mall is the one place where where the other toy absolutely cannot be. And somehow just I'm magnetically attracted to that mall. I can't stay away from it. I can't believe it's not back here. This is the exact kind of place that collectibles have been hidden before. I don't think I've already found something here. This game makes me sad. How does anyone ever finish this game? Madam Masquerain, great to have you with us again. Thank you for coming in. You've caught me at a very low point. I've been playing this game for a couple hours, and I've been trying. It would seem pointlessly to find hidden collectibles. There are 2 left in the game, and I just have no idea where they are. And I'm very nearly out of stamina. I'm very nearly out of stamina for searching for them. Boat Ladder, welcome in as well. Hope you're doing well today. Oh, why did this have to be like this? I have a very negative opinion of the people who made this game. There's nowhere that I haven't looked. How dare you? I worked on this game. If that were true, Sheno, I would have to tell you I don't think we can be friends. At the very least, you owe me an apology. "14 pages, front and back, Times New Roman, size 10. I want it in my inbox by Monday.
Time to stop this noise pollution.
I'll make monkeys out of you girls.
All right, I think I have to abandon the search. I don't know what else to do. I've played the game for hours. I've looked in the instruction manual. I don't know what else to do. I'm looking at the instruction manual again. I don't know why you always think the stream is ending, Shino. I've only been live for 2 hours. Don't you know I normally go for like 6 or 8? You're usually here for them. I'm gonna have to cancel that. I'm gonna have to cancel that as a channel point reward if it's being misused. Not a chance, Loyal. All right. All right, there you go. I'm gonna have to not let people redeem that. Because if it's redeemed at an inappropriate time, you see how long it takes me to refund points? So what I'm doing is I'm looking here in the we did that stretch break, Loyal. If you missed it, I can't help you with that. I do owe a hydrate to Pookie Stan, though. All right. So I'm looking here in the I'm looking here in the manual, right? I just wanted to share this with you. It's one of the objects in the room is the TV. It says in the instruction manual, TV. Select the TV to play the cinematics from the game. These are seriously cool, so make sure you don't miss them. We got the game makers patting themselves on the back in the manual. You know what, Loyal? I'm a real hardware kind of guy. This is a clear case of Lex wins, Budafinger says. One other thing that the manual says is that it's possible that the items in the scrapbook can give you hints. So I'm going to take a quick look at them all and see if I see anything that looks hint-like. I mean, I know it can tell you how to do moves, and that might be what they're referring to. But I was hoping maybe if I looked in the artwork in the scrapbook, maybe it would show me where an item was hidden. That's how desperate I've become. It's a lot of drawings of construction. More moves. Yeah, nothing useful. I don't know, my friends. I just don't think I can find anything else in this game. I think we're gonna have to put it away. I think we're gonna have to be done with it. I tried as hard as I could. But 100% is just not in my future, I don't think. That's a shame, because I really hated this game, and I wanted to beat it and be done. And so I could have an excuse to never visit it again. Let's see, what time are we looking at? So what I think we're going to do is we're actually going to... You know what, let's play Alien 3. I wasn't going to, but I think we will. We'll save Scooby for tomorrow. We'll start our next Scooby-Doo game tomorrow night. And we'll just move on to Alien 3 for now. So thank you for coming along on this search mission that did not go well at all. My friends, I've wasted so much of our time. And I just have no idea how to go about finding the last of these collectibles. It's very irritating. But I did my best. I'm sorry that I've let us down. But yeah, just stand by. We're not saving Scooby, Budafinger says. Let's be clear, we're dodging Scooby. Fair enough. For one night at least. But yeah, just hang around a moment, my friends. I need to take a short BRB. Well, I get switched over to the Genesis, and I'll be back with you in just a few minutes.